Welcome everyone. In this video, we are in the Great League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Double Fairy. Now guys, I ran this team earlier this season, and I decided to run it again today because one of my favorite viewers of the channel, Rustin Crane, he was commenting on yesterday's video because yesterday we ran Dedenne on a team yesterday, and he was commenting, you know, I have Dedenne, I always have fun with it, but I can't quite find the right team around it. And I suggested this team, and we were going back and forth in the comments on yesterday's video, and I said, heck, I might just run it tomorrow, which happens to be today. And lo and behold, guys, we decided to run it again today, because I always have a blast running this Double Fairy team in the Great League. It features Dedenne in the back, but we've got Trevenant in the lead on this team. Now, guys, Trevenant is still super strong for the Great League. You just have to be a little bit more cautious these days with everyone's favorite overpowered Walrus running all over the Great League. It does still have play up against all the Walreins that you see in the Great League. You just have to be a little bit more cautious about your gameplay, guys. You may have to catch an Icicle Spear or two. You may have to set up a catch, but Trevenant's still super strong for the Great League, super overpowered. It is going to be in the lead. The idea is to pick up those fighting type leads, and the psychic type leads, more importantly, guys, like Deoxys, like Medicham. Trevenant is one of the more stronger leads, even still today in the Great League. And also on this team, the second fairy on this team, along with Dedenne, happens to be Xl Azumarril. Very tanky. We wanted to add some bulk to this team when we built it earlier this season, and we landed on Xl Azumarril as the safe swap, running Play Rough and Hydro Pump. I like Play Rough for the Azumarril mirror matchup, and I like Hydro Pump for added steel type coverage, as Dedenne is not the biggest fan of the steel types. It can do okay depending on the situation. But we have that Hydro Pump as an added safety net for the steel types. I had a blast with this team. Big thanks to Rustin Crane for inspiring me to run this team again today. And without further ado, let's get right into this first battle, guys. And already we got a super favorable lead in Shadow Swampert. Typically, they will swap immediately, but for some reason, this battler is hanging in here, guys. And it's not a good idea to stay in on a Trevenant if you are a Swampert player. They just built up to a Hydro Cannon. Gonna let that go. It is resisted. We can tank one. And gonna look to get off a Seed Bomb here as we CMP tie them on the second Hydro Cannon, just to see if they were willing to shield, and they are. So we know that Swampert alternates between 5 and 4 mud shots to get to the Hydro Cannon, so we're going to throw on 4 just before they get to their third Hydro Cannon. This will really make them think if they want to expend that last shield, and they don't, and we win lead. So they come in with Skarmory, very common core. Swampert and Skarmory is one of the more stronger cores that you will see in the Great League. It is still very strong. So we make an aggressive play into our Azumarril. I'm going to look to play this out, and they make a play into their own Azumarril. Very interesting. So they are ABA weak to grass. Very interesting team. Typically with Swampert and Skarmory, you will see either Sableye as the safe switch or Drapion. This battler happens to be running an Azumarril of their own. So this is why we run Play Rough on Azumarril on this team, guys, for these mirror matchups. And we're going to let this next one go through and look to come in with our Trevenant, because we are very close to another Seed Bomb. We want to either take out this Azumarril or pressure that last shield to really set up the end game for our Dedenne to shine, guys. So we're going to look to get off the Seed Bomb, see what they want to do. They do shield. That is amazing. And they make an aggressive play back into their Skarmory, and it is lights out, guys. They take one look at Dedenne, and they say, nope, I'm out of here. That's going to be a good game. Well played to this battler. And we are off to a great start with this double fairy team. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, do give the video a like. You would be providing a massive help to the channel. And we are met with a Sableye. Pretty neutral lead for us, guys. Trevenant technically wins, but we're going to save swap into Azumarril. And here, guys, this is one of the few weaknesses on this team is a Shadow Nidoqueen in the back. Typically, you would see a Nidoqueen in the front for a Nidoqueen double dark line, but this battler happens to have a Shadow Nidoqueen in the back. That is bad news for this team, as with that added Shadow bonus, that Poison Jab damage is just on another level, and it is not good. One of the few weaknesses on this team. So we're going to try and play our way out of this. This Nidoqueen farmed up for days on our Azumarril, but we did grab a shield, so we're going to let the first Poison Fang go through, as that will do the least amount of damage, and we're going to shield up the second one here and look to get rid of this Nidoqueen as fast as possible. And even though these Poison Jabs are neutral with our Grass Ghost typing, Trevenant is not the bulkiest Pokemon around, so they are really starting to add up with that double defense drop from those two Poison Fangs. But we got rid of the Nidoqueen, so we're going to swap into Dedenne to clear the debuff. And they happen to have a Walrein in the back, so this is looking pretty good. The only problem is Dedenne functions best with a shield advantage. However, we are on even shields, so we're going to look to get off this discharge. It can tank one, but it certainly cannot tank two. And right here, I'm thinking we probably should have let this go. That way we could have snuck in a Thunder Shock or two, but you know, we know that we can tank an Icicle Spear, and we know that we've got to get to at least two if this battler wants to get rid of our Dedenne with their Walrein. But it's getting pretty low, so they might actually let this discharge go through. But they have a full health Sableye in the back, up a shield. This is not looking good for us, guys. That Shadow Nidoqueen in the back really posed a big problem for us, guys. Not gonna lie, and right here, there's no hope. We top left this one. That was rough. Shadow Nidoqueen in the back is rough, I will say, but good game, well played nonetheless. Yeah. Regular Nidoqueen in the front, manageable. Shadow Nidoqueen in the back, not so good. But we press on, guys, and we're met with a Shadow Drapion lead. All right, guys, this is technically a bad matchup, but guys, you're going to see the power of Trevenant and why it is still super OP and super strong for the Great League. Gonna look to CMP tie them to this resisted Seed Bomb, but Trevenant hits like a truck, so it does a decent amount of resisted damage. Gonna shield up this Crunch. We just wanted to CMP tie them just to see if they're looking to over farm or not. So knowing that they're gonna throw to every Crunch, we're gonna look to catch the next one on our Fairy type Dedenne. This is resisted, of course. And gonna look to get off a discharge if they decide to stay in, because technically this is a decent matchup if they're running Sludge Bomb. They are looking to stay in a little bit, so gonna look to get off this discharge. If they let it go through, it would take them out, but they decide to blow a shield on it. And another Crunch would not KO, but it would be getting us within farm down range. So we're gonna expend the last shield, and they make an aggressive play into a Deoxys. So gonna look to go for a play rough, guys. Although Deoxys is extremely bulky, Dedenne hits like a truck, and that does quite a bit to the very tanky defense Deoxys. And gonna look to get to another discharge. Dedenne is so spammy and it hits so hard, guys. It can pressure those shields like you would not believe. And we grab a shield from the very tanky Deoxys. And we did it on the CMP so that they expend their energy. That is amazing. We got this Deoxys super low. Gonna come in with Trevenant. And that Deoxys farmed up quite a bit. This is only just the Psycho boost, but it does hurt a little bit. Gonna look to get rid of the Deoxys. We don't want this thing overloading on too much energy. A Seed Bomb is more than enough to KO here. And now we're gonna see what they have left. They've got that Drapion. Trevenant putting in work in the Great League. We get to another Seed Bomb. Trevenant hits so hard that this resisted damage is just enough to take out the Drapion. And now we have a clear path for Azumarril. They've got a Walrein, guys. Oh man, battle of the bulky water types in the Great League. You love to see it. We're gonna find out if this person is hitting that key breakpoint for the Play Rough Azumarril, guys. Let's find out. They get off the first Earthquake. XL Azumarril tanks that easy tank from XL Azumarril. Gonna look to get off the first Play Rough here, and that does quite a bit. We just need to make it to one more Play Rough, and I think Azumaril's gonna close this out, guys. Someone missed out on the breakpoint for Play Rough Azumarril, but that's okay, guys. Not a big deal. This Earthquake is not going to KO, and we are at the Play Rough. This is going to be getting off on the Walrein, and Azumarril sealing the deal. We say bye-bye, Walrein. Azumarril closing the game strong. That's going to be a good game. Well played to this battler. Azumarril closing the game strong. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, again, do give the video a like, as you would be providing a massive help to the channel. And we met with a Deoxys favorable league, guys. This is why this team is so strong, even in the current meta, guys. So many people are leading with Deoxys. That is fantastic for us. They make an aggressive play into a Alolan Marowak. So here we go, guys. We've got the perfect answer to Alolan Marowak. We are resisting those fire spins with our water typing, of course, and we can tank these Shadow Bones for days, guys. We tank those all day with Azumarril. And gonna look to overload a little bit on energy before we go for the Hydro Pump, as we want to have some residual energy to threaten that Deoxys that will most likely come back in. So gonna look to go for the Hydro Pump. This will certainly KO the Alolan Marowak. We say bye-bye, Marowak, and yes, they do come in with the Deoxys. So we have some residual energy from over-farming a bit on that Marowak. Gonna look to get off a Play Rough. This will do a decent amount of neutral damage to the very tanky Deoxys here, and they cannot farm us down, guys. We are resisting these counters with our Fairy typing, so they are forced to throw energy. This is amazing. The more energy they throw on our tank, the less energy they have to threaten our hard hitters, like Trevenant, guys. So we come back in with Trevenant, and this is a Psycho Boost. We can let it go through even at full power, and they make an aggressive play into a Walrein, another Walrein, guys. This team does well against the current meta. We've got a Deoxys and the Walrein on the same team. Let's see how good this team is, guys. We're going to go into Dedenne, and oh my goodness, it is Dedenne time in the Great League up against the Walrein. You love to see it, guys. Going to look to get off the first discharge, and one discharge is more than enough to KO this Walrein, so they do expend a shield. Going to shield this up. It is just an Icicle Spear bait, but that is okay. And gonna let this next one go through. Gonna call it most likely just an Icicle Spear, as that is the safe play when shields are up, guys. And they get to another one. Walrein is so spammy. My goodness, you love to see it. But they are now in farm down range. All we need to do is shield this up, and we will get to just about back-to-back discharges. This Deoxys is energy dry, so we get to the back-to-back discharges. They are up a shield, but one discharge will certainly KO, and they do let that go through. Oh, maybe not. My goodness, I stand corrected. Defense form Deoxys, so tanky. So we're going to go for the next one, and yeah, they do let it go through. Dedenne closing strong yet again in the Great League. You love to see it. That's going to be a good game. Well played to this battler. So nice to see that this double fairy team from earlier this season is still going strong in this current meta of the current Great League, guys. You love to see it. And we are met with a Hypno on the lead, so favorable lead for us. Although these confusions are hitting us for neutral, we don't resist them. They are taking super effective damage from our Shadow Claws. And because Hypno's so darn tanky, we're going to really threaten with the Shadow Ball, as we do slightly outpace the Hypno. But these confusions are really chunking the Trevenant, my goodness. So we are going to shield this up. It could be a Shadow Ball, but they bait us with a Thunder Punch. Very interesting. And we know that this is just another punch. We can let this go through. They are likely running Thunder Punch Shadow Ball. So we're going to look to get off a Seed Bomb this time around, see if they want to expend that last shield. They might let this go through, and they do. So just a couple Shadow Claws, and we double KO, so that is okay. Usually Hypno in the lead comes paired with Double Dark in the back or Dark Normal. So our backline's looking pretty good, but this is not a Dark type. This is the opposite. Holy smokes. They got Charmer and Ninetales in the back. So if you're going to be up against the Charmer, you definitely want your XL Azumarril on it. So this could not have worked out better, as XL Azumarril with that extreme bulk can really hold up to these overpowered charms. They did shield up our play rough, so shields are down, guys. We're going for the big move. We can definitely get to a Hydro Pump before they can take us out. This will be doing quite a bit of neutral damage to the Alolan Ninetales. Running Charm nearly takes it out, so we're going to go make an aggressive play into Dedenne, get ahead on energy, snipe it before it can get off any attack, and we are up a shield, guys. Dedenne with a shield advantage is overpowered in the Great League, guys. It hits so hard, and they've got a Vigoroth in the back, so this is fine. We got off a play rough, so play rough discharge is more than enough to KO the Vigoroth, and this is definitely going to be taking out the Vigoroth. And Dedenne closing out yet another game. My goodness, Dedenne. So strong for the Great League, especially in this current meta, guys, and that is the team. Holy smokes. This team still holds up, guys. We built this team earlier this season before the meta shifted with the introduction of the Walreins, and as we can see, guys, this team still holds up even with the meta shift. We are 2-1 up against teams with Walrein. You can't complain about that, guys. So as you can see, this team is still very strong. ABB team, double fairy in the Great League, guys. So we run Trevenant on the lead to pick up the psychic types like Medicham and Deoxys. So many people are running Defense Deoxys in the lead, guys. This team loves to see it. And if they happen to be running triple counter, which I have not seen very much of, to be honest, guys, I thought for sure I was seeing it a little bit a few days ago, but it seems to have died off a little bit. I'm now seeing a lot of Defense Deoxys Walrein teams, and as you can see from that previous battle, guys, this team dominates the Defense Deoxys Walrein teams. A very popular line created by fellow content creator Tho Technical. A strong Defense Deoxys Walrein team happens to be Defense Deoxys on the lead, Walrein Safe Swap, and Galvantula in the back. This team can beat that as well, guys. This team beats the triple counter. The one challenging obstacle would be like we saw in that second battle, guys. Shadow Nidoqueen in the back is rough for this team, but other than that, this team performs surprisingly well. Still, guys, even with the meta shift, still does well in the Great League. So standard ABB team with double fairy. So if you're met with a flyer in the lead or a dark type, you're going to want to safe swap into your Azumarill. Take care of that with Azumarill. And you can come back in with Trevenant, load up on energy, and you should be good to go from there, guys. Dedenne is the closer on this team, as you are both Pokemon in the back are covering the dark type weakness from Trevenant up front. So very fun team, guys. Very strong team. Even now, it's sort of an anti-meta team, guys. If you really think about it, this is a very strong anti-meta team for the Great League. This double fairy line, you don't get much better, guys. And I can't tell you enough how strong it is even now. With all the Defense Deoxys leads, guys, you're gonna rack up some wins with this team for sure. This team even beats the overpowered Bastiodon Medicham core. I wanted to include a bonus battle with me beating that team today, but apparently I deleted that video, so very sorry about that. I really wanted to throw that bonus battle in to show you how to go up against the Bastiodon Medicham core, but go figure, guys. I had to somehow. I didn't realize I deleted it, but no big deal. This, just so that you know, guys, this team can still beat that one. If you see Bastiodon on the lead, you just want to actually safe swap into Dedenne. And if it is the Bastiodon Medicham Sableye team, that Bastiodon will be forced to stay in on you, and you're just going to spam off discharges just as fast as you get to them. If you wanted to get super aggressive, you could even shield up the Stone Edge and take out the Bastiodon. But once the Bastiodon's out of the way, your Trevenant and Azumarill have a good game up against the remaining two Pokemon, which is typically Medicham and Sableye. So that's how you beat that team. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.